In this tutorial we're going to see the brush that we did earlier before, how we can save this in an extra category, and how you can export and import afterwards this brush category so that you can just save this file into a USB stick and take it with you and use it home or in the university or wherever you have the Painter software. And like this it avoids you having to be looking all the time for the best variants or changing the brushes all the time again, because this is something that takes time in Painter. So let's get started. We're going to save this. So I open my categories and I go to the menu and I say save variant, and here we can see I can give a name to this brush and I can select where I would like to save it. So here we can see all the categories from Painter, but I would like to have my own category, so I'm going to a plus and I'm saying my brushes. This is the easiest way to do so. We can see as well, we can check this box to say I would like to keep the colors that I used to do this brush, but I'm not letting it in there because I would like to select the colors myself, and I'm saving this. So we can see now at the end of the list I have my brushes, and here we have our variant Carnival, so that at the moment I go now back to the feather that I was using before, which is here on the 10 last brushes that I've used, I can press the Werkzeug zurücksetzen or my panic button, and now I have my brush back again, so nothing get lost, and I saved the other brush as well. It's down here. So one other thing that is quite nice to be playing with is to do your own image to build up your category. So if I just open a new file, I'm always working with 10 by 10 centimeters, but this you could make much smaller, since this icon is going to appear very small up here. So you can see that they don't have so much details going on, but still they show something very placative. I'm just going to select a quite simple brush to be working here. Let me check. Feather, variant, I like Wachshaber. And in this case we are working on the first layer. If you would like, you can open a new layer and start working on an extra layer. Let me see, like some kind of bluish green color, not so bright. And I'm just grabbing something orangey and I'm making something very fast, just first to understand what I'm talking about. We have now the whole thing in an extra layer. Sometimes it takes some time to understand the color that is going on in here, and I'm just making something that is bright and I can see quite well. So even if I go very small with this, I think I could understand what I would like to have here as an icon. And I'm just maybe bringing up some more color. Oops, this was a bit wrong. So here, tack, tack, tack. Okay. So this is going to be my icon. I did it quite fast. You can take some more time to do so. And since I need this information or this image in this first layer so that I can use it as a category image, I'm just going to bring them up down. So I would say alle ablegen. So all the layers gets together in this first layer. I'm selecting it all through Command A, or I can just go to Selection All. And now I'm going to the menu from the categories and I'm going to say New Category. I can give a name for it, Julie's. And now you can see that I have my brush category with the icon that I did just up here. At the moment I'm happy with it, and I have, for example, just grab this brush. I can save this, or I can copy this variant somewhere else. I'm just doing the copy pasting variant to Julie. Okay, now I have this brush as well in the other category, and you can see as well that I have Vakshaba in here. Since I was using Vakshaba, when I make a new category, he's just going to grab the brush I was using, because you need to have at least the first brush in there. If you wouldn't like to have the Vakshaba in here, you can just delete variant. Okay, and now I just have the carnival variant in here. You're going to start making a collection of brushes, and you can save those in this category, and afterwards you can just go and say, I would like to export my category. I can export as well just one tool, but I could export the whole category, and you choose the one you would like to export, and you just say okay. It's going to be saving your new category wherever you decide to have it, for example on the desktop. And you can see here you have a file called brush category, so it's really easy to find it afterwards again, or to identify this file. You save it, and let me check if it is really on my desktop. I have already still this one image up here. Okay, so here is my brush category, my Julie's, and at the moment I go back to Painter. If I would like to import it, I can just go import category, and I can just grab Julie brush category and I can open it. Okay, so this is very easy, this is very simple. Now I have them twice on my list. I can as well just say I would like to erase category. Just a second, I have to find this here, and I can select the one I would like to erase, and good is it. Okay, this is a very good way for you to start administrating your own brushes and finding out which are the best brushes for you to be working with. If you say, well, I really like to be working with Vakshaba, or I would really like to be working with square pastel brush, or if you have your preferences, you can really select the brush and say copy variant at Julie's. Okay, and you're starting to build up your list of brushes. Alright, well, I hope this was clear, and I really recommend you guys to start using this way of organizing yourself in Painter and their brushes, because you just have far too many variants, and you have really good ones, and some of them you don't really like, or is not the best for your illustration. So just try organizing yourself from beginning on, so that you can have a little bit more fun with Painter. I've seen a lot of people kind of getting frustrated because there is just too many information and too much options, and they could not really get really deep into the illustrating part, because they were like fixated on this figuring out which best brush would be for them, and getting a little bit lost in there. Okay, so try a little bit out, try to find your best brushes, try changing a few informations on your brush so that you can really fine-tune it to the best use for yourself. Okay?